Hey, mamas, take a deep breath with me. In and out. Right? That's better. Let's be honest. This motherhood gig, it's a wild ride. One minute you're wiping down counters, and the next you're wiping down those same counters again because someone decided to eat toast like it was glitter. This episode, it's not a how to, it's not productivity tips. This episode is your love letter. A pep talk, a hug in audio form. You show up every day in big and tiny ways. And today, I want you to feel seen. I'm just going to be honest here. I'm exhausted. I honestly considered skipping producing a podcast this week, but I thought instead I would just show up and give y'all some love. We just celebrated Mother's Day this past weekend, so it just seemed fitting to have a chat here with all you mamas. After all, you are showing up day after day, night after night, no matter how tired you are. You are showing up even when you're not sure you're doing it right, but you keep going anyway. And you do it even when nobody is watching. And let's be real, being a mom isn't just about biology. It's about the invisible labor of holding an entire family together. There are stepmoms, bonus moms, grandmas raising grandbabies, fierce loving women who show up every single day for the children in their lives. And being a mom means you know where everybody's stuff is at, even when they swear they have checked everywhere, except the closet that you told them 17 times it was in. It's definitely where it was. You are the one making all of the appointments, dentist appointments, doctor appointments, orthodontist appointments, appointments for their weird rash that showed up out of nowhere. You are buying birthday gifts for the classroom besties. You are planning the meals, or at least pretending to while standing in front of the fridge, exhausted, whispering, please let there be leftovers. Is that just me? Anybody else? Okay. You're also the one who apologizes when you lose your cool and teaches your kid that it's okay to be human because they don't need a perfect mama. They just need you. It's also the back scratches at bedtime, the favorite snack always stored in the pantry, the is this normal Google searches at 11 o'clock at night because their toe looks a little redder than the others. And somehow, between all of that, you're also trying to put in the work on yourself to grow, to breathe, to find little pockets of you in the chaos. Mamas, it's a lot. And sometimes, despite all the prep and planning, things still go off the rails. Okay, let me tell you about this past weekend when I absolutely lost my mind over a protective cup. Yes, a cup, like the kind that guards your son's little future children during baseball. So it was a tournament weekend, and that means I was already doing the kind of packing that would make FEMA jealous. Snacks, check. Sunscreen, bug spray, a travel pharmacy, a family sized pack of wet wipes. Check, check, and dear God, check. I had everything short of a defibrillator. His baseball uniform was hung the night before and ready to go, practically like it was going to be on display in Cooperstown. Now, our first step of the day was Brooks' volleyball game. I told my son Reed to wear his uniform to Brooks' volleyball game since we were going to be leaving straight from there to go to baseball, but told him he didn't have to wear his cup yet because I know they basically act like it's a medieval torture device, and it very well could feel like that. I wouldn't know. I said, just pack it in your baseball bag. Seemed easy enough, right? Well, fast forward a few hours, the volleyball game ends. We're hustling out. I've got that mom on a mission energy. We're halfway to the field, and I get this weird gut feeling. And I'm like, Reed, do you have your cup? He freezes. I freeze and I feel the earth stand still. I think dad packed it, he says. Red alert, red alert. I pull over like I'm driving in a Fast and Furious movie. I fling open my hatchback of my SUV like I'm on a game show, and I open the baseball bag. No cup. Now, of course, my husband, bless his heart, is not answering his phone because when you need to confirm a cup's location, he's apparently gone off the grid. I'm calling, I'm texting, smoke signaling. Nothing. So I whip the car around in full meltdown mode. I'm hot, I'm sweating, and I'm muttering things that cannot be repeated on this podcast. My son is just sitting there wide eyed and probably rethinking a lot of his life choices. Then, of course, my husband calls back. Cool as a cucumber, he says, "Oh, yeah, it's in the bag, just in the smaller pocket." I pull over again. I open the smaller pocket, and lo and behold, there it is, the holy grail of youth sports, the cup. And at this point, I just hand it to Reed in silence. No words. I turn the car back around again and start driving back to the field again. I let myself breathe for the first time in the last 20 minutes. And then it hit me. I look over at my poor 8-year-old son who just witnessed his mom turn into a caffeinated lunatic over a piece of plastic. So I took a deep breath and I said, "Hey, bud, I'm sorry for the way I reacted back there. That wasn't okay. I got really stressed and frustrated, and I should have handled it better." And you know what? It was a good moment because, yes, I was wrong, but I got to show him that grown-ups make mistakes too, and we can own them even when they are over a jockstrap. So, what I'm saying is, if you've ever completely unraveled over a missing item that later turned out to be exactly where your husband said it was, welcome. You are not alone. I see you. I'm with you. And we are in the tribe now. So, to tie it back to what I was saying earlier, is that day I didn't get it right, but I showed up, even when it was messy, even when I yelled, even when I had to say, "I'm sorry." It still counts because showing up isn't about being calm or perfect. It's about coming back again and again with love. Moms carry the mental load of an entire household, the logistics, the emotions, the backup plans to the backup plans, right? You are building a life, mamas, not just for yourself, but for the people who depend on you. And that work, though unseen and often uncelebrated, matters, even when it feels like you're falling behind, even when it feels like everyone else has it more together. Which brings me to another recent moment that humbled me right back into reality. Let me tell you what I have been living with the guilt of for the last month. So, and I'm sure you guys can all relate and feel me, but like the month of May and the winding down of the school year is so overstimulating and overwhelming, and the schedules are jam packed, and it's just a lot, right? So I've signed up for 2 different field trips to chaperone because of course you do. And one was for my daughter's 5th grade skating trip to the rink, which, let's be honest, I'm pretty excited about, to go back to feeling like the good old days when you were cool and just skating around with your friends without a care in the world. I also signed up to chaperone my son's 3rd grade field trip to Greenfield Village. All permission slips have been signed, turned in, money is submitted. I took the days off work, calendars are blocked like a boss. I even remembered to send in a baby picture for Brooke's 5th grade graduation, which, can we pause for a second? Because how is she graduating elementary school already? I swear I just taught her how to use Velcro. Anyway, I was handling it like a super mom, is what I'm saying. Planning around ceremonies, field days, all the school events that naturally happen in the middle of your workday. But guess what I didn't do? I missed the yearbook deadline. Yep. I missed getting my kids a yearbook. And more importantly, I missed getting my fifth grade student her last yearbook in elementary school. After all of that, all of my efforts, all of the scheduling, all of the mom magic, I missed the window to order their yearbooks. And when I tell you the level of guilt I feel, you'd think I've forgotten their actual birthdays. I just stood there like, really? Did that just happen after all of this I've been doing? And that's when I had to take a minute, and I want you to do the same if you are in the same boat, to remind yourself something is always going to fall through the cracks because we are not robots. We are not machines. We are human. And moms are humans carrying the mental filing cabinet that's constantly overflowing. We are the lunch packers, the trip planners, the graduation criers, the medicine trackers, the last minute target runners, and yes, sometimes we are the yearbook forgetters. But it doesn't mean we're failing. It means we are real. So, to the moms who think you're not doing enough, let me be the one to tell you, you are doing more than enough. You are doing a job that is so complex, so relentless, so emotionally loaded that something slipping through the cracks now and then isn't failure. It's just math. It's life. And your kids, they won't remember the yearbook. They'll remember that you were there. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect to get emotional. Oh, they'll remember the field trips and the way you held their hand at the skating rink and how you took off work to just be with them. They'll remember how you showed up even if you forgot to click submit on an order form, because that's what motherhood really is: messy, meaningful, and built on a million tiny acts of love. And that, mama, is more than enough. So let me say this one more time for the moms in the back. You are irreplaceable. You are the glue, the safe place, the warm hug, and the love that holds it all together. Even when you are falling apart in the shower, even when you forget something important, even when the day ends with chicken tenders for dinner. Again, you are worthy of rest. You are allowed to dream big, cry hard, and still be the strongest person in the room. You don't need a holiday to be celebrated. You don't need permission to be proud of all that you've accomplished. So breathe, moms. Take this moment in and know you are doing a great job. Here's what I want you to do today. Take 5 minutes just for you. Text this episode to a friend who needs it and remind yourself as many times as it takes that you are doing better than you think. Thank you for letting me be in your ear today. I appreciate you. And remember, you've got this.